Alright guys, how's it going? Frank here at Cigars and More in Bakersfield, California. Today we're joined by Nick and my brother Miguel. And today we're actually going to be bringing you the Cedar Room selection in 3 different sizes, 3 different blends. I believe these are made to be a more budget-friendly stick from the makers of Monte Cristo, H. Upmann, and Romeo and Julieta. We all have a different size here. They have different wrappers, different fillers. So we're going to go ahead and go through them one at a time. We're going to line them up all at the same time and see what kind of flavors and times we get out of these, and see whether or not we think they'd be a good idea to add to your budget-friendly cigar list and see if they are worth the money that they're charging for them. So Mike, you want to let us know what you have there?
Sure, this is the Churchill size. It is a 7.5 inches by 52 ring gauge. It is a Habana Mexican wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Peruvian fillers. And I think this is actually the first with Peruvian fillers that I've had myself, so I'm kind of looking forward to this.
Alright, there you go. Nick, how about you?
So this is going to be the short Magnum 60 by 4 cigar. It is a Connecticut Ecuadorian wrapper with a Nicaraguan binder, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Dominican.
So Nicaraguan for Nick.
Yeah.
There we go. Mine is the total size. It comes in at 52 ring gauge by 5 1/4 inches here. I'm sorry, 5 3/4 inches. It has a Dominican Criollo wrapper with Dominican binder and filler. And the football shape of this Toro one is actually a little bit different than anything I've ever seen, only because both the head and the foot are closed. So that's something I haven't seen before. I mean, I've seen closed foots before that you burn off real quick, but this one looks like maybe they cap both ends. So we'll go ahead and we'll get these cut up, guys, and we're gonna have a full video for you, so no cuts today, and we'll give you our thoughts as we go through.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut right there.
Anyways, so we'll go ahead and start smoking these guys right now since we get them lit up for you.
I feel like you're gonna need to cut that.
You think so?
In the end, you think you're just gonna light it, or are you just gonna actually cut it?
Yeah, you're getting nothing out of that, so give it a little bit of a snip.
It's good. No draw at all.
Mm-mm.
That's
Never
a cap. That's 100%. Yeah.
Pass that one over. That was a perfect cap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Check that little guy out. Oh no.
So you throw it at me? Sorry, guys.
Lightly
How
tossed
dare
to
you.
You just didn't pick it up.
Cutting both caps.
Yep, honestly, seeing like some of my buddies, like if I give them a cigar and they try to cut both ends real quick, like no, you don't need to.
It's funny as can be watching the watching new people. They'll go towards the end where you're lighted at. They go to the foot and they'll try to smoke it out of there. And I'm like, no. You did.
Not necessary. Don't do that.
But the top tastes fun. The other side tastes really funny because it's honey chipped. You like honey chipped.
You're gonna like it.
Trust me, you're gonna love it.
That is a super tight draw on mine.
I'd assume so with that shape on both sides actually. So.
Well, it's nice and loose packed here, but once it gets down towards the tip, it's super dense.
You know, that's actually a really interesting flavor. It's not bad.
No, from the wrapper, I wasn't getting any smell.
No?
It was like putting paper to your nose.
If you get the cap and you bite it a little bit, you can actually taste. It's a lot of the cedar, the wood from the box. You can actually taste it on it. It's really good.
I very much enjoyed the smaller size one.
The Magnum?
Yeah, thank you, Magnum. Just the weather in Bakersfield's been so horrible lately. I thought I was gonna just have a miserable time.
Yeah.
The lighter.
Yeah, recently I've been trying to go and have a smoke outside during the night, but it's too hot that the cigar can't cool itself off.
Exactly, yeah. And with that humidity, it was just to light it. I was just burning it, so holding it against that.
Oh yeah.
It was.
The incredible part for me is that with that humidity, it started actually making my cigars a little bit sloppy.
Really?
They were a little wet.
Oh. Man.
I didn't turn it on. I left it outside. I went inside to go. Let's go do something. Go feed my cat real quick. And as soon as I came back outside and I started touching it, I'm like, wow, this is really moist. Like, this is not the 60% humidity.
What?
This is like 90. This is terrible.
Just leaving in a cup of water.
Yeah, it's like I just dipped it in the water.
All right, so it's starting to open up a little bit here. Just having to work it. As it heats up a little bit, it loosens itself up, which is good.
Right off the bat, I'm getting a little bit of bitterness, but it's really faint, and the smoke is really silky, and it's nice. I'm usually not a big bitter guy, but that's really, it's so faint that it's not.
You're really a nice
overpowering.
guy. You're a really nice guy.
I appreciate that. More people need to know that. So I'm tell you that I'm not bitter at all. Don't try to light me on fire. I'm not a cigar. Minimal smoke output, but just starting.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting a nuttiness out of this. So far, that's about it.
I know it shouldn't matter, but I like the size. It reminds me of like what I thought of a cigar growing up. You know, you see those old gangster movies, or you even watch The Sopranos, and this feels like what was his name has. He
Tony?
walks around. Yeah, Tony.
See, that's the
Soprano.
thing is you never see them smoke small ones like this. It was always Presidente sizes or Churchills, but they were the thick like double todos. And you're like, okay, all right.
I think that's what throws people a lot off. They don't realize there's a lot of different sizes.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to sit there and smoke a cannon for an hour.
Oh, I mean, I mean, if you have the time and you want the same constant taste for the next 2 hours, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But then yeah, you have the nubs. You have what was the ones we just did, the acids, those little guys. There's so many little guys out there that have a lot of flavor in a short amount of time. It's awesome.
I'm getting that silk. So I'm getting the same silk, but the difference from you guys is I'm getting a lot of wood flavor in this one. I'm getting a lot of wood undernotes, and I can't really put my finger on the aftertaste, but it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I noticed. I was telling Trina. I think the flavor for me was like when you open up a brand new humidor and you just smell that cedar.
Yes.
That's what it tastes like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like right before you season it, and it's just that pure, just pressure wood smell. It's so good. That's it. And I'm gonna suggest any company, if they can, if you can make a cigar that tastes and smells just like the lumber section at Home Depot, that'd be great, because that's the best smell ever. Do that. $1 million idea. $1 million idea.
You guys owe them at least 10% from sales.
I would love 10%. I'll take 5%. I'm actually really good with that too. Just something to help pay off student debt. That'd be great.
No, I wasn't able to find anything really about these guys. They're pretty new. I believe they were from the show this past summer.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, if you're looking for other reviews on them right now, guys, there aren't a whole lot of them out there. So we'll be one of the first ones to have the reviews out there for it.
I think there was one gentleman with a bandana who did a pretty in-depth review. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I feel like he deserves a shout out there, because he did and sat there just explaining every little detail he could about it.
Wow.
Yeah, seemed like a really nice guy. A little bit on the extensive side for me, like reading a very information-dense, heavy book.
It's like a textbook.
But yeah, but you know what? He really got into it, so I like that.
Give him credit for that.
I gotta remember the channel now. It's gonna bug me. Look how white that is. I like that.
What are you getting out of it?
No, not a whole lot of change so far. I mean, barely in there. But that little bit of bitterness in the back, that really silky smooth smoke, and let me see.
Tobacco. That's the after note. So wood and tobacco. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. For a lot of people, I've always said, if you want to start off and get into cigars, definitely try flavored. Try an acid or try flavored, infused one. It's the best way to see if you even like having a cigar. Now, I can say for this one, from this little bit I've had, if you want to get into traditional, this is a great one to get into the traditional.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
wow.
not too heavy, but it's a great way to start out.
Just, it gives you more of the, you're not getting this chocolate, you're not getting the coffee, you're getting, this is what a traditional cigar should taste like.
Tobacco and woody, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
As far as this one's going, I was getting that, what did I say earlier? I totally forgot what I was saying. The nuttiness, sorry, that I was getting earlier, but I'm also getting a nice like oaky wood out of it. And again, I relate to a lot of the things that I'm tasting to stuff that I smell. It's like when there's a wet oak wood around, that's what I correlate the taste to for myself.
Makes sense.
And for as tight as the draw this one was at the beginning, now that it's heated up a little bit and the tobacco's loosened up, it's allowing more airflow to go through, which is really great, which allows
Hello.
which allows
Hi,
us
guys.
more.
Hey, how are you?
No worries.
Can I give you guys a flyer to our church? My name's
Sure.
Erica. This
Sure.
is my sister Cecilia.
Hello.
We're with Victory Outreach Women's Home. We sell lunch plates. All the proceeds go towards keeping our
Thank
doors
you.
open. But today's Tuesday, so we have these special life groups Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's just it's another way to fellowship and get to know different people in different areas. Call the number on the front and see where you guys might be able to fit in at.
Okay,
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. Sorry for the interruption.
We got outreached.
So there you guys go. If you need a church to go to,
If you didn't believe that we do operate, during business hours for these videos, now you definitely know.
Yeah.
I try not to cut out people who talk to us during, because it's a lot of nice people that come in here. And that's why we want you to come down to Bakersfield, Cigar, and more, because you meet a lot of really nice people here. I'm just saying.
but as I was getting into earlier, now that the cigars had a chance to heat up a bit, tobacco's actually loosened up a bit, it's allowing more airflow to get through. So even though the really tight pack here at the tip, it is allowing more air to get through, which is allowing more smoke to build. So you're getting more of the flavors, and it's opening up very nicely now.
This is Jesus' way of telling me to smoke more cigars.
Right?
Yeah. Might as well go
If
to
they
church
smoke
now.
cigars over at Victory Outreach, we'll be there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, isn't there a group here that does Bible study on cigars?
On cigars, is a Bible study on it?
No, I think they do Bible studies with cigars.
Oh, with cigars. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, if it's on cigars, where can I sign up, please?
And the Lord said, smoke this cigar. And it was so.
The Lord said, do not use the Cibo.
Let's go on.
I've seen a lot of those online, those memes.
Mm-hmm.
There was one of, I guess in Korea, they made a giant statue of Jesus, but he's like totally, completely like roided out.
Nice.
I mean, like 12 pack, biceps on biceps, incredible.
Korean Jesus.
And someone posted on the bottom, it's just like Jesus straight up said, "Dost thou lift?" And he did. I was like, oh my god.
I like to picture my Jesus that way sometimes.
I was looking at him just like, does thou go to the house of gains? Yes, he does.
It's like,
What was it that Talladega Nights? I like to picture my Jesus like in a tuxedo shirt, because he's here to party.
but he also wants to be formal.
Oh my
Or the other guy said, I like to picture him as a baby, so dear 12-pound, 8-ounce Jesus.
There with your little baby on sandbooks.
Oh man.
How's your guys' ash holding on? Because I really don't have much going here.
Well, it's very white. It's a little bit off the burn right now, but you know what? Not a big deal. It's hardly noticeable. Unless you're staring at it like I am.
Mm-hmm.
No teeth. No, it's not really teethy. You don't see little grains in it, but it's a slow burn. It's
Oh, yeah.
definitely a slow burn.
Yeah, just like the nubs, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little guy lasts us quite a while.
Let's say it's like a Rothschild. Probably lasts about a Rothschild.
I would say so. Yeah.
And I think it's really cool that even though these are supposed to be, like budget-friendly sticks, they do give you different variations in wrappers, fillers, and binders, so
Yeah.
you're getting different tastes. I know a lot of people that make budget-friendly sticks. They'll make an entire line of them, so they'll go from the Coronas to the Churchills, and they'll be right around the same ballpark price, but you're going to get the same flavor throughout the line.
Well,
This
see-
one is giving you variations on flavors and sizes, so
One thing I think is interesting is you see most companies will go, okay, cool, we'll make the budget friendly, but then we'll have the Maduros on this side and the Connecticut's on this side, and then these will have their size and these will have their size.
Yeah.
With this one, it's each and every different size is a completely different wrapper, filler, binder, which is interesting. It's a nice way of them experimenting and testing it out, and it's not bad.
I always think it's a good idea because it gives people a chance to get different size cigars in their humidors and fill up their humidors for not $200 for a box of all the same one.
I wonder if they'll also decide, say, this guy does better than that guy. If this one will come out with other variations in size later on, then so it gives them a chance to do a little market research.
Yeah,
I'd like to see if maybe they have other sizes as well, like a Robusto or like a Petit Cron or something.
that'd be too bad.
And if they do, maybe put them in like a 5-pack sampler so you get one of each.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. The
Yeah.
perfect introduction.
Exactly, yeah.
Perfect introduction for that.
That was a good idea.
Smoke's definitely getting better as it opens up more.
But when are you going to do it?
What?
When are you going to ask yourself? I'm just waiting.
Oh, very funny. Yes.
I'll get a tally mark if you want.
Yeah, I was going to have to do that, I think. No, I think for this guy, he's going to hold on pretty well for you. So you're pretty safe this time.
Yeah.
This time.
We'll say one thing. It's a huge cherry on this one.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if you a couple parts around here, you can notice that. You know how cherries mostly just stay flat
Yeah.
the whole way? The cherry's still much higher than the side, which is, it's retaining its heat very nice. But at the same time, I'm waiting for the ash to drop and then have this giant cherry drop on me. I'm like, oh, great. Just like I burn my
Definitely
lights.
something you don't want to happen.
Yeah. It's like I burn my lights, I'll burn my skin. So I guess it was pretty bad with you over at work with that storm?
Yeah, well, we're inside, so it's not that bad, but
You can definitely feel it.
I
on
just
the
felt
walls.
bad for them because they had a lot of their product outside. It's
Yeah.
like, if we can't get a hold of anybody, we can't move it, because then if we move it, we take on liability stuff, so it sucks.
I mean, it's.
We did what we could.
You mostly protected the stuff that's going to be like super expensive too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
Now, I wonder if each different cigar blend has its own master blender, or if it was just one person that did the whole line.
It was me. I did it.
It was you.
Yeah, that's actually a really good question.
I'll have to look that up. Once more information becomes available, I'll have to get that information.
See, if it was one that did all three, that's interesting. That's gonna be really nice.
But then again, if it is a different blender, it could give people an idea of like, okay, well, this guy blended this one. I like that, so I like what he does. Let me see what else he's done.
Follow him.
And yeah, try this cigar, try that cigar.
Wouldn't be too bad too.
They had us rearrange the back room. That
Yeah.
was fun.
The storage area in the back was apparently falling over on Zuzu, so had to get those shelves fixed.
I still can't believe I saw the video online of when they broke in. Oh my god. They just. What's crazy is the guy went into the back room. I saw him go into the bathroom. And like he looked behind and I'm like, okay, cool. He saw the other stuff. And he just completely ignored it and came out. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Like you do understand. Like
They had a list of what they wanted, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So
And unfortunately, they were idiots.
yeah, got caught.
So, yeah.
didn't one of them went into here, didn't he?
No, I don't
I
think
don't
they
think
got close
they
to
completely
that.
ignored it.
I thought that was one that he walked right here and then walked back, and I was just like, you're missing some of the most expensive stuff. Like,
The Gurkha limited humidor was over there at the time.
yeah.
They just looked at it and said, "Oh, it's a box."
Which, if you were a cigar smoker, you'd look at it and go, oh my god, I just found a holy grail one. Yeah.
No, they were dumb.
Well, the thing is, after that, I've noticed a lot of people on Facebook are selling just cartons and small packs of it for like $5. I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. But, yeah, that was. Oof. I thought that would have been a lot more sneakier, like go through the air vents and then swoop down. I'm like, whoa.
No, it's rip off a door. That's
Oh
a good
yeah.
idea.
I mean, they did what they did, through the air vents. I'm like, you gotta give them credit.
Let's put some time and effort into it.
He's Tom Cruise in the whole thing. You gotta just, all right. Right before Crazy Tom Cruise. Yeah, okay, not bad, dude.
I think he's always been crazy Tom Cruise. He just, does a good job of hiding it most of the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey.
Gentlemen,
How you doing today?
good. How's it going?
Doing good. Just enjoying a new cigar.
I see the
Oh yeah,
Very good.
as per usual. You know.
I would expect nothing less from you guys.
Trying out the new Tatiana's.
The big question is, have you tried that yet?
No, not yet.
You guys are scared.
We got sidetracked with photo shoots this
Yeah,
weekend.
this weekend has been ridiculous.
You're scared.
A little bit.
Yeah, you're scared.
It's gonna happen.
After the storm, I got called from my school and they're just like, hey, can you come help us clean up the cage real quick? And I was like, well, what's wrong with the cage? I guess when we went there to go take a look at the electrical panel, they didn't shut the door all the way, so water started leaking into the transformer.
Oh.
Everything was safe. Like, it was still okay, but I was just like, oh my god, this could have been a really bad disaster.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, going, if my school would have burned down, I would have probably been out of debt. Well, now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I should have just left the door open. Damn.
It's a little bit more rain.
Just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Next time I'm gonna put a giant funnel and just funnel it straight into there. Oh man. Hopefully this week cools down more than just low 90s.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You said it was supposed to be what?
Supposed to be in the 90s.
High,
Next couple of
yeah. It is. We said during the night, 1 or 2 nights supposed to be like high 60s. It's pretty nice.
Oh, that would be nice.
We're starting. There's a cooling trend.
Finally.
Right up until the fair opens.
And it just kicks the afterburners off.
Every year.
Really?
Every year.
And there's always a rainstorm during the fair. There's always one day where it rains.
Although last year, I gotta admit, fair was pretty decent,
Wasn't that bad?
temperature-wise.
Yeah.
Mike, any flavor changes?
No, I'm noticing a lot more woodiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
No sweet. There's not really any pepperiness. There's no spice. It's just a very mellow flavor. It's still, the strength is still very mild to medium as well. Bordering towards mild completely. But that bitterness is not really there as much. The tobacco is still really nice. Oh yeah, I would say it's more of a tobacco and a nice wood flavoring.
Nick, any flavor changes?
It started heating up for a while, so I knocked the ash off because that big cherry was not cooling it down, so it's starting to affect the flavor. I'm just getting them by heat, but come back to me in about 2-3 minutes, let it cool down, and I'll let you know about that.
Okay.
But right now, from burn all the way up to maybe like about 2 centimeters away from where I'm puffing, it's all hot. Let it cool down real quick.
Mine has kept up, even though I'm still not that far into it. That nutty flavor that I was getting earlier with the wood. So not a whole lot of changes just yet, but we'll keep getting into these guys. I mean, even if there aren't a whole lot of flavor changes, I mean, you're still getting quality flavors out of these cigars, which is great. Again, especially for a budget-friendly stick, for people that can't spend that.
I mean, it's
$10, $12 every time they want to grab a cigar.
I mean, it's from big name companies. What it's Monte Cristo, Romeo and Julieta, and H. Upton. So you have big name companies there. It's gonna be a good stick.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Especially Upman's been around for about 60 years.
Yeah,
Long time.
Long time.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of the companies can trace their start right back to the embargo.
Right?
Like the moment they heard that, okay, I'm gonna start a cigar company.
Let me see. Padron probably. Padron's one of the ones where as soon as he heard the embargo, he fled Cuba. No, when Castro
Came into power,
he ditched Cuba.
So he's a smart guy then. That's
Oh, heck
what
yeah.
it was,
But have you ever listened to Cigar Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard his podcast about him when he did the interview with him?
Was it the birthday special one?
I think so, with Jose Patron.
Yeah.
And his son.
Yeah.
Oh, the story is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going from Cuba, left, came to America. When he came to America, he started up a really small tobacco shop.
Yep.
Trying to make his own cigars there, and then were terrible for a little bit until he found the right mix, and then people just could not stop buying.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the largest companies out there.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's not affiliated, is he? I think he's just.
I don't think so. I think it's all independent.
He's one of the independent ones. Yeah.
If we're wrong, let us know in the comments, please.
I don't
Yeah.
think we're wrong. That's crazy. That's crazy talk being wrong.
If I'm definitely wrong, let me know in the comments, please. And then I'll go by room and cry because I'm wrong. Like mother always told me. So I'm getting a lot more tobacco
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit more nutty flavor.
Okay.
The wood is starting to really tone itself down about halfway through.
Okay.
So not bad. Not a lot of spice.
Let's see. We started these, and we're about a little over 21 minutes in.
It's not bad.
Friday I came in having swamp things. The earthy tones in that, man, it's really earthy.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had one yet.
So wait, on your scale 1 to 10, how do you think they are?
The swamp thing?
Yeah. I didn't rate it that high.
Me, I'd probably go with 7.
7? Okay. See, I'm not a big fan of Candela wrappers, so for me, I was like, this is like a 4 for me. I could not at all.
Mm-hmm.
When it came down to the actual like KFC wrapper, the Kentucky Fried Cured,
Right,
it was
yeah,
oh,
right at the end.
oh yeah, that's the only part. I was like, this is delicious. The Candela, I'm just like, well, it's sweet. It's all right, but
But there's a lot of earth tones in that thing, and it was like wow.
it's a consistent earth tone. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it is. It is. all the way through.
It's not where it fluctuates. You get earth and you get a little bit of dirt, or you get a little bit of hay. It's just earth all the way down.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's what I noticed right away about it. It had that earthy taste, the earthy tone to it.
I got earth and a lot of sweet on there, and then once that fire cured hit, I'm like, oh, okay, I remember
The
this.
sweet disappears after about the first quarter.
Yeah. So, it's
When I'm a big Drew Estates guy, I love Drew Estates.
yeah.
And that one was completely different from what I normally smoke.
They actually want to. I was reading online. They want to do rumors where they might make a undercrown like that.
Oh, really?
Where they might do an undercrown with a Candela and half Candela, half undercrown. I do not know how I feel about that because the undercrown is one of the best ones. I mean, it's hands down near perfect to me. I mean, the story of the crown is they kept making the Liga Privada Flying Pigs, and everybody loved the Flying Pigs until they sold out. And then a lot of their people who were rolling were actually smoking the Liga Privada line. And they realized we can't keep up with demand because the people who want to buy are losing their sticks to our people who are smoking while rolling the sticks. Like, damn it! So they decided, well, we're gonna make another line. So they made the undercrown. And they didn't think the undercrown was gonna. They thought the undercrown was gonna be like a budget cigar, and it just exploded, being one of the most well-wanted, well-remarked cigars in the world. So, I mean, it's what they recently just redid the Flying Pig. They just re-released the T52 Flying Pig, and the undercrown is still beating that cigar. That's super ultra rare.
Huh.
It's incredible. So, I'll give it that. But if you do a Candela to it, I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm gonna be a little mad.
I haven't had a T52, and I haven't had the number 9. I haven't had one yet. I keep getting recommended those. I just haven't had a chance to actually have one.
Best one to try for the Liga series. Try the Dirty Rat. It's a petite Corona,
I just didn't have time to smoke one.
pigtailed on top, but it is just so intense with flavor. I mean, from first to last puff, it just hits you in the mouth. Nothing but flavor. It's amazing.
Well, all right, we can cut it. Smoke it later. Oh man, I like to smoke it and then smoke it all. If I gotta go shorter, then I'll just get something small like this.
But this is the lightness is actually really nice. So last night I had
I don't like to relight.
a year, 1 year aged, 1 year extra aged.
Cut it off. Yeah.
What was it? Black Label from
Johnny Walker?
No, the cigar.
Oh.
It's
The illicits? Or no?
No. No, not the black market. It's the there you go. Oh gosh, it's from Cifuentes. Cifuentes.
Might want to use the other one. I think that
Oh
one's
dear
out.
gosh. Yeah.
This one's out. Thanks, sir.
Oh my god, I'm forgetting the black. It's called Black Label. I'm going blank. That's one of my favorite ones. I can smoke those forever. Oh god. There's Perdomo Partagas. The Partagas Black Label.
Partagas.
I had the thick Gordo one. Oh my god. That was awesome. It was amazing. But at the same time, I'm going that
Personal.
that heavy, the heaviness and strong smoke just for an hour just straight up kills the taste. So having something light, I'm like, oh, this is really relaxing. Thank you.
I just came in the cigar shop for lunch and ate my sandwich, and then my phone rang, and Trina looked at me and went, and I went, it's my personal phone. I'm not allowed to answer my company phone in here. No, that's all right. We're just
So you guys any new contracts at work?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're working on one in Delano right now.
Never.
Looking.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Should be. If it,
I'm talking
if it goes
to
through,
the
should be.
How big's the place?
It's a school. It's
school?
It's a
Kim's not
it's a
in,
special
so couldn't
school.
ask
It
her
goes
about the
from
insurance.
first grade
I
through
called the plumber guy.
High school.
senior year,
Yeah.
high school.
Whoa. So
Yeah, but it's 3 schools, but they break them up into the elementary,
Oh.
middle school, and high school.
wow.
Monday, huh?
Is it like one of those charter schools?
Sort of. It's like for this one company that they started it for their employees' kids.
It's a compound
And
Monday.
then it kind of just grew from there because
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of stuff in Delano, I guess.
Wow.
And yeah, I honestly never heard about it until one of our old contacts hit us up with like, "Hey, we need a new month or every a new contracted cleaner for this place."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, that's makes sense."
All right,
we usually
I got
only
it.
do one-time cleans for them,
Wow.
or we'll do construction cleanup stuff like that. But that's it's fine.
But they wanted a whole contract one. It's actually
Yeah,
really nice.
they want someone there Monday through Friday.
Wow. Yeah. See, when I was working for the school district, have you guys ever done a school before?
Yeah, we've done schools.
Sometimes.
Oh, they're fun.
Yeah,
They take forever sometimes, though.
Yeah.
yeah. The one we were doing, we had 4 people plus us, so everybody had their own little section. Just go in, do your section, and you were done. So
Actually, the walkthrough's tomorrow, I think.
yeah, but then again, they want part of the contract to say you have to be there at 4:30. You got to be done by I think 7:30. So
3 hours. Whoa.
yeah,
But we have to have a lot of people there just to get it in and out, and everyone gets their hours and
Yeah.
get out.
Well, I mean, we used to do when I was at the schools. We used to do Stern, and Stern had about I'm gonna say about 60 to 80 classes.
oh, okay.
And we used to get that done in about 7 hours, 5 people. So I bet, but we were, running whole vacuum, mop, wipe everything down, get it looking good. So that was, every time I had that school, I was just, oh my god, killed. I'd get home and like, oh, we're gonna clean tomorrow. I'm like, I don't want to clean tomorrow at all. I want to dirty things up. But then when you go to another school that's only like 50 classrooms, 3 hours, 4 hours, that's cake. 5
Yeah.
people, yeah.
Although we used to have a set of, they weren't schools, what were they in Simi Valley and whatnot? They were like after school.
Head starts.
Okay, they were Head Start, sorry. And they were spread out everywhere. That was the problem. Because there were just a couple classrooms, a couple bathrooms, small,
Yeah.
independent little building. But
We
just
go from
everywhere.
Simi Valley to 2 in Simi Valley, Thousand Oaks, Camarillo, Solmus, Ventura every night.
Phew.
Some of them it took longer for us to drive from one place to the other than to actually clean the place.
Yeah, that's a mad rush right there.
Yeah. I actually remember the account we had in Taft was a doctor's office. It would take almost as long just to get there as to clean it and then the drive back. So it was almost double the driving time versus the actual work.
Oh my god.
That was funny. But it paid for itself, so.
So that's the fun part. If it takes longer to drive to the work area than actually doing work, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Corey just drove for 3 hours and 30 minutes of work, looking good. No rest.
That's how it was this weekend, or this past Friday. My buddy, he also coaches football for our old high school, and they had a game in the Tascadero or something, so he had to leave like at 10 or 11, and he works for us down there.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, can you just come and cover me for the last half, and then, that's all I need. I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I get there, it take me about 2 hours to get to Ventura, and there's a sign-in sheet that we have to sign in every morning in case they need to get a hold of somebody they know who's working that day.
Yeah.
And I look, and he got there at like 4:30 in the morning, and he usually gets there at 6.
Yeah.
And he texts me, he's like, yeah, I just need you to do this and this, and I was like, that's it? I was like, that's gonna take me an hour.
That's all you want. Are you sure about that? Yeah. I had a couple of times they send me to sites because the site custodian there, they'll get sick or they'll hurt themselves. So I'll go and we'll pay you for 6 hours. I'm like, oh, awesome, cool. I only work for 2 hours. And I'm like,
Oh, nice.
I used to love those days. The days when I used to work out in the field, and I would work for a particular lease, and I'd show up, I was a crane operator at the time, and go, hey, look, this is what we want done today.
well, are you sure about that? Like,
And
that's-
they go, this is 8 hours today. Okay, that was the unwritten word for when you finish this, you can go home.
All right.
yeah, that's what got
And
me.
we got our 8 hours.
Oh yeah. See, and that's what got me is I'm the guy like, okay, if you say I'm gonna work for 6 hours, I'm gonna work for 6 hours. That sounds good. But if unless the boss comes and says, hey, you can go home. Okay, cool. Then I want a verbal confirmation you can go home.
Yeah.
So when I went there and they said, yeah, cool, we'll pay you for 6 hours, just work 2. And I'm looking, going, I can clean up the stuff. No, just do this one thing for 2 hours,
And go home.
and then I don't want to see your face for the rest of the day. And I'm like,
I had
I got so much time. I gotta do something.
I was
And then cigars came in my life.
I was pushing a job one time, so I was the lead man on the job, and I was sitting in my pickup. And I get there in the morning, and they go, hey, look, we got this thing going on here, but I want you to stay here on the property. And it was a pretty big facility, it was fenced, it was pretty large.
Yeah.
And he goes, but don't leave here until afternoon,
Yeah.
right? He says, stay here, but after noon, like at 1 o'clock or after 12 o'clock, you can go.
Yeah.
You're gonna get traded no matter what, but don't leave here till noon. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? He says, I want you to get out of my sight.
Yeah. I remember those.
Well, what do you want me to do? He says, I want you to get out of my sight. Disappear until noon, and then you can leave.
And then come say bye.
I'm like, no, I don't even have to do that.
So just go.
Just leave at noon.
Oh my
But
god.
He wants to know that if he calls me between now and noon, that I'll come.
You're ready. You're ready.
That I'm there,
Okay.
right? So, no problem. I'm like, okay, but I can't leave the facility, and there's nothing for me to do. So I'm parked around the back behind a great big tank, and I was sitting there playing on my phone and stuff. Finally, I just kind of dozed off. My window was open. It was nice weather,
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like this, and all of a sudden I hear this truck roll up alongside me, and I opened my eyes and I looked at him, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I was counting rocks, but you made me mess up. I'm gonna have to start over." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he drove away. So I was counting rocks, but you made me mess up. I have to start all over. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he drove away. It was it. That was the only time I saw him all day long.
I think it is still. Oh wait, what?
I had to have an answer, right? What are you doing?
Being fast rabbit, right?
Hey,
Let's go.
What are you doing? So, oh, wow, I was counting rocks.
But thanks, man. See those? Oh man.
Mikey, get any flavor changes?
From the last time we talked about it, I think I mentioned there was a wood and a nice tobacco flavor to it. It might just be how much I'm puffing. I might need to slow down a bit, but I'm getting a little bit of heat on my tongue. Not really spicy, just a little bit of heat. Not a whole lot of changes, to be honest. I just might need to get in a little more. I'm getting about halfway through the second, third, getting down to that last.
Yeah.
But nothing too crazy to
And then
report
I'd
yet.
have those days where I was operating the backhoe and I'd show up and they'd go, I said, what are we doing today? And he goes, disappear for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna put
It's the whole thing.
Stay there.
Yeah.
For 8 hours, but disappear for 8
The
hours.
new line that they have up there,
Show
we
back
just took
up.
one.
What? But I had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Just
Those three right there.
Backhoe.
Yeah.
So I spent 8 hours driving from job site to job site to job site where I know guys were, and I would stop. I don't have to help them, but I do sometimes, And then other times I would just drive around.
Yeah.
And one time, one of the lead guys stopped me and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing really. They've got nothing for me to do. He just told me I couldn't leave." And he goes, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Driving around." "Why are you driving around?" I said, "A moving backhoe looks busy."
Good point.
And he goes,
Touche.
"There you go." He said, "All right, see you later." I said, "A moving backhoe looks busy."
That's a good. That's a good
Backhoe's
answer.
sitting there with a guy in it,
Does
playing on
not.
his phone, doesn't look busy.
That's a guy about to get fired. I don't want to be that guy.
I know a lot of backhoe operators that got fired for sleeping in their backhoe.
Yeah.
They go try to find a hiding spot, and then they go to sleep, and they get caught, and they get fired. It's like, dude.
Yeah. I've.
So
As far as flavor change go for this guy, nothing. It's the same. The wood will come in and out. The nuttiness will come in and out, and they'll kind of switch dominance. But other than that, those are the constant flavors you're getting, guys. So
How predominant are the flavors, though?
that's it. You're only getting two flavors. You're getting wood, and you're getting that nuttiness. And for a little bit, one will be dominant, and then after a little while, they'll switch. And it's been going back and forth.
So it kind of becomes a one or the other, this or that.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one I got
in his right hand.
in my right hand. The wood is gone, and it's now the cedar's gone. So now it's that silk still with the smoke, but it's
I'm at lighter.
creamy, really creamy.
Thanks, sir.
It's a cream mixed with something. I can't put my tongue on it though. But the heat's gone, thank God.
Mhm.
The heat finally dispersed, and it's just back to a nice cool smoke, which is nice. And again, it's taking
He was gonna say he can't put
forever.
his finger on it, but he's sitting there with his fingers
Can't
on
put my
it.
finger.
Well, yeah,
on
fingers
it.
are literally on.
Can't put my finger on it. Wait a minute.
Something. Wait.
I think one of my favorite worksite stories was we were doing some construction cleanup. They were renovating all the housing authority, the low-income housings over in Oildale on Roberts Lane.
I remember that.
And we get there, we clean them in sections. They'll remodel about 4 or 5. We'll go in, we'll clean them. The people that were there move back in.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I left my stuff there. They said, we're done for the day. Just leave what you need. Okay, I gotta get in this restroom, detail it out. We'll be done. Get there the next day. I go in the apartment, and there are 2 apartments connected by a wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm in the wrong apartment. So I go to the other one to find the restroom. No, what the heck's going on? I'm looking. I go back, and I'm going back. There's a new wall here.
Oh.
Someone messed up. So I tell the foreman that's in charge. I was like, hey Josh. He's like, yeah. There was a bathroom here yesterday. He pulls out his blueprint. He's looking. He goes to the other apartment. He's looking. He comes back to the other apartment. He's looking. And then just a flurry of profanity ensues. So you come back tomorrow. I was like, all right, well my stuff's in there, just so you know.
In all fairness, it was a good wall.
It was a good
They
wall.
did a good job.
It was- You gotta give him credit. He did a dang good wall.
I think the worst I ever seen of mistakes like that, the worst I ever seen,
Oh, and yes, I did have that.
was over behind where, was it Walmart used to be, or over on White Lane?
Okay.
Okay, right behind there was a set of apartments.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I was over there doing the concrete for those apartments years ago.
And no, I don't have problems with the people that are branding.
And we had poured the slabs for all the apartments, we were
Yeah.
throwing one in the back, where the framers were framing away.
Doing.
They framed the
The
whole,
ones that are just
one whole
there
building out, took them a
To
week.
fill in time, I don't
And
want
then,
to run.
just, I don't know why, I walked over there and I started looking at them.
I love what they do.
Guys, did we build this thing right? I'm over looking at the plans and everything, because nothing matched the Anchor bolts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing matched.
and there's stuff hanging off the edges and everything. And I looked at it, I looked at it, I looked at it.
Who measured wrong?
No. I was right. They were right. The only problem was they built it backwards.
Oh my gosh.
They literally had to bring 17 house movers out, pick up the whole stick frame, take it out in the street, turn it around, bring it back in, set it down, and everything matched perfect.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's
Dude.
pretty cool.
That's north. That way. They
Wow.
literally built the whole thing backwards.
One of my favorite ones for me
You
was
think when you're snapping it out, you notice something like that.
Yeah.
You'd hope so, but apparently not.
one thing that got me is I was looking at when I used to work in the electrical union, and I used to be a skid steer operator. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm moving boxes nonstop, and I'm going down this one aisle. I'm bringing a box in, and it's we started at 5:30. It was maybe 5:45. So I just got out on the site, going out, come back, and as soon as I come back and I see my head foreman, I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? He looks at me and says, cool. This is your last week. Oh, I'm getting laid off. All right, whatever.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks. But the funniest thing he said, it's Wednesday. You're getting laid off on Friday. I'm like, all right. I said, cool. For these next 8 hours, fill up your tank twice. Twice. I was like, I didn't understand. I was like, what do you mean by that? So he pulls me aside. He said, when I say fill up your tank twice, I mean stop. Just move all these boxes. You're done, and just do a giant circle until you have to fill up your skid steer tank twice. I'm like, so we're just burning gas now for the fun of it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, why? He's like, we don't want to have to drive all this gas back to Arizona. Just burn as much as you can. I'm like, dude, this is all right. Cool. I put it on high gear. I'm like, all right, we're just going straight nonstop. And then so that was fun. 30 minutes later, I go and everything's already set up. Everything's fine. We're just doing double checks. I'm going past another aisle and I had to stop and come back. And as I'm looking down, all the I-beams had to be a certain way all the way forward. I'm looking down and I look at the one next to it. This is right. That one's wrong and this one's wrong. All the I-beams were turned completely angled. So they had to come and demolish all those I-beams. Pull them all 8 feet from the ground, pull them all up, and have to redo everything. Cost them $800,000. I'm like, wow, and you just want me to burn gas? Man, you guys just do not care. I want to get paid this money.
You want a good one? BHS, the stadium we're working on right now.
There's a lot of mess ups out here.
The block contractors, the guy doing all the block for it, right, when they added on to that thing. 1.5 feet too short.
Jesus.
And 1.5 feet too tall.
Wait.
What?
Just take the average. You'd be perfect.
So
Yeah, there you go. That'll work.
hold on. So you mean on certain parts it's just way too low, and other parts, so the whole thing's slanted.
It's all too high.
It's all too high.
Yeah, 1.5 feet too high, so they had to go and cut it all off.
Oh no.
And it is 1.5 feet not long enough, so there's 1.5 feet of seating that's not there.
Oh wow.
Oh
Wow.
dude! The block contractor over there took it in the backside. Bad. Hundreds of thousands of dollars they screwed up with. I hear they're at about $500,000.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Another construction cleanup we were doing. We were supposed to just go strip and wax all the floors so they're laying new tile before they let the people move in.
Oh yeah.
And it was this place was huge. It was one of the bigger Dollar Trees they had in Delano now.
No, this one is that was the.
No, Ross.
Ross.
Sorry, Ross. Okay, cool. And we're bringing all our stuff down, and the guy's like, "Everybody stop." Okay. He's looking. They're putting getting ready to put the last of the tile in. They were off by 3/4 of an inch. And he's like, "Take it all out." They undid all that tile. Had to reorder all brand new tile.
Oh my!
We were delayed for a week.
3/4 done, and he wanted everything up.
He's like, "No, this isn't right. Take it all out."
And then we start to strip and wax once that happens. While they're laying tile, we're doing one section over there, moving the whole thing, like centipede legs moving along. And one guy tells us to stop. They didn't want it strip and wax. They just wanted it cleaned. It's like, what do you want us to do? You have to bring it up. So we have to undo what we just did. And then 2 days later, okay, no, we do need the whole thing strip and wax.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Which, I don't mind. I'm making money. That's all
Yeah,
good.
we had
Sure.
an extra
Whatever you say, boss.
an extra almost 2 weeks worth of work because of miscommunications.
Sorry, we had, we're doing house foundations, and I had my guys digging all the footings, right? They went out and dig all the beers, and there was like 6 of them going across this one house. Perfect, as per plans, right?
Yep.
Boss comes out the next day and goes, fill all these things back up, compact them, and then dig them like this. This is per plan. He goes, yeah, I got a new plan for you. And I looked at him and went, all right, I can do it right the first time twice.
Yeah.
I did it right the first time, but hey, they changed it. You know what I mean? Hey, I
It's
can,
double
I can
up.
do it right the first time twice.
There was a rumor when they redid Compton Junior High. I don't know if you ever passed by it on the east side. When you go by
I know where it's
Compton,
at.
yeah, have you seen the giant Compton logo on the side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was a rumor that apparently the guys who were putting it up did not know how to spell right because they put so Compton, C-O-M-P-Ton, right? They went C-O-P-M-O-T-N. And they put
Wow.
it down, and when he came down, he looked up, and he's like, "That's how you spell Compton." I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!" So he had to go waste another like $180,000. I'm like,
Wow.
nice.
Our guys did the.
I'm like,
our
how
guys
are
did
you
the
not
concrete
fired?
For that. Our
Yeah.
guys did all the concrete.
That was a lot. What was it? It was supposed to be budgeted about only, I think it was only $1 million to renovate it, and it was supposed to be $1 million in like a year. That's what they were projected, and where everyone's like, yeah, sure, we'll agree on it. And then it went on to like 5.2 million in 3 years, and like, yeah, no, you weren't getting that 1-in-1, buddy.
I think one of my favorite jobs though is right when you're leaving Bakersfield, there's all those orchards and stuff out there, and they were redoing some of their offices. So they had a whole hallway, maybe about 30 feet long, 6 feet wide,
What do you think about it? Pretty good.
and halfway down it had a
Same one I'm having.
pipe in the
Yeah.
plastic so they can keep all the construction inside.
The
They wanted us to
smoke
go
was-
every day, the two of us,
I've noticed that,
to sweep and mop
but
a little hallway.
I'm getting when I
It's like, you
started,
want us to go all the way out there to
wood.
sweep and mop? It's like,
Cedar
yeah. I was like,
from
you know
the
what, to
box.
charge you for driving and stuff. No,
That's
just
what I
do
was
it. We don't want to do it.
I have that aftertaste.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So one day
When
we're
you get
there.
about halfway,
He
you'll see
just sweeps, I would
cedar,
mop,
and then
and
you get wood. And
he was the
then
big boss.
aftertaste
He comes out
changes like a
pissed.
different-
Oh, God.
it's like,
That's what I got.
What's
It
wrong,
was
sir?
Really interesting.
so the engine of my plane went out and I have to drive to Bakersfield. I was like, "God, I hate it when that happens."
This guy's, yeah, maybe I could borrow my friend's. It's like, your friend's plane, huh? You guys just borrow each other's planes. Oh,
It's like, yeah, you just hate it when the engine on your plane goes down, so you get to drive 10 minutes instead of flying.
those problems, man.
Well, see, that's what when I used to work in the mall, and there was a guy that always came from Nevada, and he owned his own like aviation school and everything.
Awesome.
So like, oh, so how do you get over here, man? You and your wife, you just, do you drive? You guys take a, He's, oh no, because I didn't know what he did. I was like, oh, dude, so it takes you about what? Like, it's a 5-hour drive from Las Vegas to Bakersfield. That's a long drive. Nah, it's like about an hour and a half. And I'm like, are you busting 180? What are you doing? And he's like, no, it's it took about maybe 200 knots. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And he pulled out his ID card, and I'm like, oh, you drive jets. That's your car. Yeah,
You fly.
You
See,
fly.
that I can
literally
understand.
fly.
That I can understand, him flying in from Vegas. But this guy wanted to fly from, what is it, Wasco, whatever the city is next to us, to Bakersfield. That's what he was upset about.
No, that's the guy did the same thing.
Oh.
That's what he did. He never. He's like, oh, I don't really own a car. I was like, really? He's like, well, it's not a real car. It's a smart car. I'm like, how long have you had it? 4 years. How many miles on it? Like 100. I'm like, so you fly everywhere? He's like, yeah, I'm going from Bakersfield to Tehachapi, and I'm gonna land at the airport. I'm like, Tehachapi is the airport? Are they that big? Are you landing on the freeway? What are you landing on? That's
I've flown out of Tehachapi.
really?
Yeah, Tehachapi has an airport.
I did not know that.
I didn't
A lot of
know.
gliding.
A lot of gliding up there.
Oh, that makes sense.
I was just like, are you gonna land on the 99? That's the only thing big enough to take a plane, dude. Oh my god.
I took my daughter there and my nephew for aviation day, and took them up and actually gave her the controls of the plane, let her fly for a while.
Wow,
It was way cool.
that's rare.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Not bad.
Yeah, so I got to go up with him, and my nephew was in the back seat with me, and I told my daughter, "You sat in the front seat with the pilot." Right? So the pilot gives her the controls, and she's like, "Oh my god." I'm flying a plane. You know, she's like 13.
Did you get that feeling too? You're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she's flying plane.
He goes, all right, now I want you to turn left a little bit. Now the plane's gonna bank, and she turns. She goes, "Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right?" He goes, "Yeah, you're doing fine." She goes, "Okay."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, 13. She flew her first plane.
That is awesome.
How many people can say that?
I mean, if you count like the little rides at Disneyland, then yeah, I flew a
I mean,
plane
she
too.
just had to control for a while.
My dad let me drive a
But
motocross.
she
That's
was
cool. I
fine.
drew a
She was
plane,
controlling
dude.
the plane.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, you just gave my daughter the controls. You hear the nervousness in the father's voice back here, who is not in control of anything.
That's
And
good,
we're not
honey.
very close to the ground right now.
How high up are we? Actually, you know what? Never mind. No.
Don't tell me that
Don't-
answer, yeah.
Don't say that.
Don't-
I'm just.
Don't tell me.
I'm up there. How about that?
Went up in the hot air balloon. That was cool.
Really?
Yeah, been in a hot air balloon.
See, I'm terrified of heights. so-
Yeah, same here.
Oh, I love
Yeah, I
heights.
can't.
I would climb to the top of the radio towers and change the light bulb.
See, the funny part is, I'm going to be an HVAC tech, and they're like, yeah, everything's on the roof. I'm like, I hate roofs. So much. And then my cousin owns his own business, so I went with them, and we were going up there to on a Chick-fil-A, and I was like, man, how much is this contract? He's like, oh, dude, Chick-fil-A is paying me like 22 grand a month just to go up there and change like 2 or 3 filters. I'm like, man, I like Chick-fil-A.
That would be neat.
Chick-fil-A is just
I'm
awesome all of a
I'm
sudden.
up for it. Change filter?
Oh, heck yeah. Well, I was wondering, I'm like, cool, how big is the filter? I went up there and the filter's only like this big, and I'm like, oh, for 22 grand a month, yeah, I'm doing
Okay,
this.
up there, yeah.
I'm doing this, yeah. I was like, I don't care how tall it is. You pay me 2,200 a month, yeah.
I'll
22
go.
grand a month, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
I'm down.
Where do I start? When do I start?
Oh yeah.
You got to look up on YouTube "Scariest Job in the World." This guy, his whole job is to take care of a radio tower. It's a red light that moves on top
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Seen that one. My
That's
hands
it.
get sweaty
Oh.
watching that one.
Change the light bulb on that thing.
Yeah.
This guy, I guess he can only go up on an elevator, only 6 floors, but then
Yeah.
the rest is like 2,200 feet climbing.
Yeah, you have to climb.
Oh man, I like just watching it. My hands were getting sweaty. I was like, oh no.
Oh no, the ones they showed recently in our the physics of electricity. There's legitimately a guy who gets paid by the U.S. government. Him and his little team, they fly up in a small little bird helicopter. They go right up.
Power line.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah,
sits
I've
on the
seen
power
those guys.
lines, and I'm like, no, no.
Explains the power lines.
Yeah, he goes over there. He clamps on a grounding cable. He clamps on another one. So when he sits in the middle, it's like, yeah, I get a little buzz sometimes. I'm like, no,
Alright.
no. But then I looked up how much he makes, and he's making almost like his yearly income is I think 100. It's no, not 100. I'm sorry. He makes that a month. He's like 100,000 a month. And I'm like,
$1
maybe.
million a year.
I'm like, yeah, I was like, okay,
Okay, I do it for a year.
for a year.
It
For a
sounds
year,
like
and I'm
he-
done.
He earns that
I
money.
quit.
I'm
Yeah.
retiring.
Well, that's the thing is, one time he says I'm always gotta be in constant talk with the helicopter, the pilot. He said there was one time, I guess he got too close and he felt a little arc coming from his foot, and the pilot, he wasn't talking when the pilot looked over. The guy was already butted up against the side of the plane, and his foot was arcing towards the power line. So he had to completely just bank to the side. And when he landed, the
Oh,
guy's
crap.
body was. He said he was dead, but at the same time his heart was beating. But he was dead. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
crazy.
electricity, and I'm.
Right.
Oh yeah,
I would have
like-
thought the guy that cleans the windows, like,
in New York, the way.
no, like the White Tower and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff would be the scariest.
Those are cool.
job.
Yeah.
I would be okay because you can at least stand on those platforms, you know.
But those are motorized platforms. Things can go wrong.
Oh yeah. If one.
Motorized platform. Now going up on a radio tower to change the light bulb, it's a ladder and me.
Yeah. You have one
I'm in
clip.
control.
You have a clip and a ladder, and a strong gust of wind, and no.
I don't like any of those situations. Something like that sounds fun.
I think I stick with custodian.
But
That's
even if he
safe.
falls, he's only going to fall a couple of feet, and then he's going to get back on the ladder.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
I mean, it'll hurt, but he'll be alive.
Yeah.
But, I'm good with that.
Oh man, I got a
How much did
concussion.
I make a month?
I got a concussion.
Man, dude.
Hey, here's your check. I don't got a concussion anymore.
I think my head feels better now.
I feel really great now. Yeah. I'm just gonna get this money and slap it on my head. Yep. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Benjamin.
Excellent
You're
ice pack
awesome.
right there. Yeah.
It's the best ice pack in the world.
How's that going, Mike?
I'm getting down there now. I think I'm in the last third. Flavors have not changed too much from the second. That wood is really nice. I get why they call it Cedar Room Selection. It makes sense. I wish I could tell you. Oh, have a good one, sir. I wish I could tell you that I could taste the Peruvian filler. I wish I could say something like that, but I couldn't.
You can taste
disassociate it from other things.
Yeah.
There is something different that I just don't think I've had before. That might just be me thinking about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But all I can really, for sure, concretely say is that it's very enjoyable.
Well, you're used to the Honduran, the Ecuadorian. You can differentiate those because you have those all the time.
Yeah.
When you have this new one, your taste buds are trying to figure out what exactly is that small little flavor.
I think that's what it would be. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
What about you? How's it going?
Nick?
Hot. Hot.
It's getting down there.
Yeah, once I reached this and to the band off, it just heated up pretty fast. Other than that, it's hot, but now I'm getting a hot wood flavor. So it's continuing its flavors, which is really nice. And yeah, I see what you mean by that, the cedar wood. It's a lot of wood. But the one thing about these budget ones, this is definitely an everyday cigar. You can smoke this every single day,
Oh, yeah.
and you'll be perfectly fine. And especially for the price. Cigars More is having a sale on them right now. Buy 3, get 1 free.
Almost a whole week right there.
Oh,
bro.
heck yeah, it's good to go. And
Now,
I mean,
any drink pairings that you might think of that? You think maybe in the morning with coffee or midday with lunch or something?
anything that has an oak barrel finish. So bourbon is definitely a big one for that.
That's a good call.
I can definitely taste some. I mean, Johnny Walker would be perfect with it.
Mm-hmm.
I went for my Sinatra.
Sinatra.
I got a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Tiny bit. Just wanted to drink with it. It was good.
What's that one? I'm not really Jack Daniels. I'm not really I don't really think that'd go well with this one. But something dark and barrel aged would be perfect for this. So, what you?
Again, it's all wood. It really is.
Let me see this real quick. Sorry. I'm burning faster than you. I might just be puffing too much. But you think the shape of yours is
Changing?
yeah, maybe
I think I get a lot more air restriction because it's all coming together right here at a finer point than yours is.
makes sense.
It also took a little while longer for mine to open up because the other end was so close as well. And so dense in those two ends that it took a little while.
Yeah, Mitch, you missed this. His was capped on both ends.
Yeah.
It was a little weird. I was telling him to light it and see if he can burn it off. He clipped it. What would you have done?
I would have lit it.
You would have lit it? That's what I was thinking
So
too.
we just clip one end, just continue.
And just light it.
Well,
The same way you would do with that, like when they wrap it over the leaf. But this one was a
Like
complete.
Shaggy Foot.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
one was a complete cap. It was not a.
But see, the interesting, I noticed that when I went over there and looked, you when you see a cap, it's usually they wrap it and they'll put another piece on it. It doesn't look like that. It looks like it's wrapped all the way, and then they got the end and just folded it perfectly over, and it's a seamless end, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other top, it's the regular cap.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about that is you can actually cut it, or you can just light it.
And myself for this, I think I'd go with a nice dark beer, like an Arrogant Bastard.
Oh yeah.
A Guinness would be good for that too. Something
Yeah.
thick.
If I'm gonna go that route too, if I could throw mine in, the Goliath from BJ's Brewery would be a good one, just like a random one there, or the Tatanka Stout. I think that's also theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, IPA would be good for it. An IPA would be good,
Again,
but something dark would be
2 packs of
perfect
Marlboro
with it.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that coffee stout from. Is it Lengthwise?
Yes.
Lengthwise coffee stout would be good with that.
That's just a great beer.
It goes good with anything, sure.
How about you? What are you getting out of it?
Delicious chocolate milk would be excellent. A dark chocolate milk.
Maybe a nice, well-aged Capri Sun.
Oh man, a well-aged Capri.
You have Go-Gurts back there? Is there Go-Gurts?
Is it Go-Gurt review time? I'm
Go-Gurt
trying
time,
the,
yeah.
trying the very berry vanilla today.
If you really
The strawberry
want to get
banana is
into
delicious.
it, because of those nice woody flavors, you might want to go some earthy, maybe some what is that
Otter Pops. Otter
That-
Pops go with it perfectly.
that grass stuff that they do at the health food places.
Oh, you're talking about
Like wheatgrass?
wheatgrass.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no,
The best thing for this too, kombucha Pure Life Energy Tea.
there we go.
Grown by those hardy vegans in Oregon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm. You might want to make sure it's
Healthy.
all organic.
Say cactus cooler and get it over with.
Or, maybe an ice cold Dr. Pepper, the 23 flavors would really bring it out.
Nah, see, they keep those a secret though, so I can't differ. I wouldn't be able to tell you what it tastes like. So it's a well-kept secret.
If you're old enough, if you still have a bottle somewhere of the new Coca-Cola formula, that'd be perfect for this. The one that came out for like a week and a half and was hated.
Nobody liked it.
And no one liked it. It'd be perfect with this. I'd pair it 100%.
Perhaps a Jolt Cola, if you can find it.
Jolt.
If any of you have drank Surge from the 90s,
Oh,
you have
damn, yes.
a couple of cans that were sitting out in the heat for the past 20 years, it'd be perfect for this.
Actually, you can buy Surge again on Amazon.
Really?
Only on Amazon.
Don't you have to buy it by like the
You
case
have
though?
to buy it by the case. I did when they first came out, and I was disappointed.
Aren't
This is
they
not my
like,
job.
It is what I remember what it tastes like, and
not
I
good?
don't care for it now.
Well, aren't they like like ridiculously high in caffeine?
No, they're not.
No?
I thought they were too, but they're not. They're
just
just
sugar.
a little bit more than like a Coke. Made by Coke.
See, I've always thought like
They have
all the pictures I've seen, I'm
really
like,
high
cool.
sugar count.
Okay, yeah. So
They're like Mountain Dew.
oh dear God.
So
Mountain Dew does not have that. What? It's like a 72 sugar count, and Dr. Pepper is a 68.
Yeah.
It is right there with it. Like, man, no wonder my teeth feel disgusting at the end. No wonder I can't feel my molars.
Do you need them though? I mean, come on.
What cigars did you have this weekend, Mitch?
True.
I saw you had one when you were doing your pool, yeah?
that's the only one I had.
Really?
Yeah.
Too busy or what?
Yeah. My kid's been kind of sick, so
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, he's going to the doctor today. But, and I didn't even get to finish that because I worked on my pool. That freak storm happened, and I was basically trying to sweep all the crap out of there.
Yeah.
You could hardly see the top.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, okay, I'm done with that. It took me like close to an hour, and I still had probably a third left. And I sat down underneath the fans, and nope. I was like, nope, I gotta go back inside. I'm dying.
Yeah.
That heat mixed with the humidity,
It was the humidity that did it. Yeah.
so it just feels gross. I feel like everything's just stuck to me.
Yeah.
See,
I had
if
to go inside, lay down on the floor, like all spread out underneath the fan because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was it was killing me.
So speaking of the humidity, I just want to take this time real quick to thank Brian Glenn for the work that he does with Cigar Obsession, because I know he's out there in Florida dealing with the humidity
Being more popular than
every
this.
day, smoking cigars, so really appreciate that.
Every day, that guy.
I definitely
That's impressive.
be safe out there because the Hurricane Irma just went
Irma.
to Category 5.
Oh,
so
God, yeah.
Category 5.
you guys out there, hunker down, man.
You know,
Get
I
ready.
think he actually did
Wow.
what was the word I'm looking for? A collection of cigars.
Cigars for Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
He just did that,
The
right? Not
last
too long
time
ago.
I checked, it was like 1,400 cigars a year.
Really?
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah. That guy does a lot of work. He's constantly working on something, and he's constantly giving back.
See,
I think he's a really cool guy.
To me, the Cigars for Warriors is one of the best things out there. The Cigars for Gunners, the same thing. I know a lot of people, they donate to the Wounded Warriors Project, but if you actually look at the percentage that goes into there, 70% of all, like, dollar per dollar that you give goes to administration funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 30% goes to actually shipping it. Whatever little aid goes over there. So when it actually gets to the guys, it's only 15%.
It gets
After
cut down
everything.
a lot.
Yeah. So,
There's-
and the nice thing is, a lot of I have so many friends in the military that's in and out, and one of them I asked them, oh, so do you smoke cigars with me? I asked them, so you get any good cigars? I said, dude, whenever they send, well, okay, well, guys, you're gonna get a 5-pack of cigars. We think it's just a small little 5-pack, cool, we'll have it for a week or two. No, they send, cases and pallets just full of cigars from across the country. So there's one time he said everyone's getting about like 10 5-packs.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was beautiful. Nice, man. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some research to be done there, because certain organizations, even though they do help, others seem to put the money to better use.
exactly.
You said-
Cigars are the most highly requested item for people that are deployed overseas.
Really?
Have you seen some of their like tobacco rations?
Mm-hmm.
They are terrible. I've actually smoked a military cigar tobacco ration. It is not good at all. I mean,
That's disappointing.
25% humidity humidor for 4 years. Cool, here, kid. Clip this and try it. I'm okay. I'll smoke dog shit. I'm good. It's bad. It's bad. It's legitimately, I'd rather smoke that. I'll roll that up in cardboard newspaper, and it will taste better. They were terrible. Not dissing on the military, but I'm just saying, you guys need to get a better tobacco reference.
That's why we fight wars, for better tobacco.
That's right. Waiting to be in Cuba. Let's do this. Need my cigars.
That's gotta be a shirt,
This is like a poor man's.
I need that.
right? That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's the new name. Poor man's
Poor
nub.
man's
This is a
nub.
poor man's. This is made by Monte Cristo.
And
Same company that makes Monte Cristo, H. Upman, and Romeo.
So that would be
Altilatus.
Alta,
yes.
Alta Vista. Yep.
Alta Vista.
Allstate.
It's good. It's getting really hot.
Right? See, here, if you want,
Even the band's starting to
I-
discolor.
I knocked the ash off to try to cool it down, and it cooled down pretty well.
Really?
And that- yeah.
I would think the opposite would happen. It would
Well, the
warm
thing
up
is,
even more.
the cherry is
Cherry.
really high. It stays really high on there. So,
Would this be something, Mitch, that you think you could recommend to someone who's getting into cigars that wants to try something not flavored?
Yeah. And probably, I actually, of the three, I mean, I haven't had the other two, but I would recommend the larger ring gauge just because you're probably going to get cooler smoke. Once you get towards the bottom. I don't know though, this thing is smoking pretty hot. I mean, it's kind of going against the norm here.
I mean, I'm right here next to the top, and I'm still burning my fingers.
So I don't know if it's because of the pack. I mean, it feels a little loose, but
Sounds
I don't know.
slightly.
It's not bad, though.
Maybe not.
It's good.
Very mild.
I can already tell I'm gonna have this Churchill again. I very much enjoy
I'm
it.
looking at it right now.
It's nice and relaxing.
They're-
It's not the most complex flavor out there. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh my goodness, this is gonna beat everything.
Yeah.
Just throw away your other cigar. It's just nice and relaxing.
But for what it is, though.
For what it is, yeah. This is definitely a.
Okay.
I'm gonna go cut the lawn cigar, or I'm gonna go outside and see the patio cigar.
Yard
This is
guard.
it's a yard guard. It's a perfect backyard cigar.
Yep.
I
Yes,
mean-
this would be a yard guard one.
I definitely wouldn't take this to a wedding and be like, "Hey guys, here you go." Nah.
To my friends, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
They don't
Just-
deserve better.
You just want to have
Yeah.
smoke in your hand while you're doing something, while you're passing some time. This is great. We
But-
don't have to think about it. It's going to be consistent. This would be a good cigar.
Or if you have, like Miguel said, if you have friends that, oh man, I can get a cigar, you give them one, they take 4 puffs and
Yeah.
crush it right in front of you. You're like,
Yeah.
You
What
got
don't
those
ever come over.
swishers?
Oh, I'm waiting for that. Can I get a Tatiana Groovy Blue?
Yeah, let
Get
me,
it
get,
for me.
let me get the wine wood tipped one.
Let me get the wood tips.
I will ask them politely,
Oh my
but
God.
firmly
Lighter?
to leave.
Do you know Gutterman?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Set this down real quick.
No, yeah, it's
You guys are stealing everything.
Sorry.
like huddle everything.
Yeah, you have a little horde going over here. You got the all of them. What are you doing?
I like to be prepared when I do my reviews.
That's why I bring my own.
There you go. You have like we just saw. You have like 6 at the house right now.
See?
Thank you. Except it's got a punch, and I didn't want to punch this, so.
Yeah.
Trina, do you know if there's any more in this line of cigars or just the 3?
Which one do you want to try with this on camera? Oh,
Then they should make it into a like a beginner introduction to cigar 3-pack.
I think Trina said she's gonna smoke a God of Fire one of these days.
Oh, okay.
Sit here and smoke a God of Fire. Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah,
Good,
that's
excellent.
cool.
All that.
No?
I don't care for them.
Really?
And I don't care for Cuban cigars.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
So do I.
This guy on Facebook was, yeah, you know, someone was saying light the cigars, like, yeah, let's go get Cubans. And I was like, no, you don't. Don't go grab
No,
Cubans.
don't.
So, but they're the best. Really, how many have you had? Well, I've never had a cigar. Oh, okay then.
I don't think that's ever gonna die. That stigma or that stigma. It's not. It doesn't make any.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing. Are Cubans good?
Sure.
Yes.
See you guys.
Have a good one. But then there's
Good.
some bad ones.
Yeah, exactly. Am I gonna say that they are the #1 cigar? If you're gonna have one, always 100% go with the Cuban? No, because I can name on my hand 5 cigars already, 5 companies that are Nicaraguan or Honduran ones that just kill Cubans. So that's why whenever I look at a lot of top 10 ratings and I see a Cuban that's #1 or #2, I'm like, you're paying for that. Because you know they're gonna sponsor you. Just be truthful and honest.
Well, like Cigar Aficionado, when they put them on there,
yeah.
I kind of take it with a grain of salt because they also try to sell. So
If you notice, whoever's number one, the next like 4 or 5 issues, they'll have so many advertisements for just that company.
yep.
Huh.
Yeah. And then the one that's like number 4, number 5 on the list, you won't see them for like a year. No advertisement.
Unless it's an Oliva, because then they're like every other page of that thing.
Yeah, Oliva's just ridiculous with that.
Yeah, I'm
A better one is Cigar Snob. Cigar Snob is Cigar Press. Those are the two I can hands down go. Cigar Press a little more because it's a lot more independent. They don't do a lot of the, oh, here's a couple of women smoking Xeno. I'm like, that's cool, great. Cigar Press is more of, this is the cigar. We smoked 5 of them. This is the flavors we got. This is the consistency we have. This is what we tell you, what we recommend to you. Which I'm
I
like,
actually
awesome,
like
cool.
Blind Man's Puff. They don't have a magazine, but
They're another good one.
all their cigars they smoke are unbanded. They just have a number.
Really?
Yeah. So
It's
they're-
a completely blind test.
Yeah.
It's a true blind test.
true blind test. So they smoke a couple of the same number. They give their thoughts, and then when they publish, then they reveal to the panelists what it was.
Nice.
So it truly is a blind smoke.
I can take that lighter from you, but
Yeah, sure.
because this is actually well enough that I might smoke it down to the nut.
I do not know how I lapped you like that.
Just burn slower.
I guess so, yeah.
Man, I had a long freaking day. That's why I was here late.
No, really?
Work and my kid not doing so great today. So
Is it the weather that gets to him?
ever since he started his new daycare, he's been kind of like
Oh, that's getting used to new kids and new bacteria and stuff. Yeah.
Plus, I think he has some type of allergies. I'm not 100%, but the old place was just a house. This new place is like right across the street is all farmland.
Like the hay and stuff of that's coming. Yeah.
My little brother was getting little blisters all over his legs from soccer practice, and we could not figure out for the longest time what the heck was going on. So they took him to the doctors, and doctors said, yeah, he's allergic to this type of grass.
Yep.
And we're like, oh shit, that's where he practices.
Yeah. So now it's long socks and special kind of lotion before anything outside, basically.
See, I have the same thing. I'm allergic to St. Augustine grass. And St.
Really?
Augustine is like one of the nicest looking grass. That's the only thing that grows in my yard.
Oh.
So when I go out there and I'm playing with my dog and I'm gonna get on my knees and I'm gonna play with her, I'm like, I'm gonna sit on my dog. I'm just like, yeah, here. Let's
I didn't
go
know
play
I
on
had
concrete.
allergies until I had a cat.
Oh, really?
I'd sleep on my feet every night, and I'd wake up feeling like crap. My nose all stopped up, and then during the day I'd feel better. I'd go back to sleep, and do it again. I thought it was just I had something wrong with my sinuses or something. Sleeping on my back, and he started acting up, so we made him an outside cat, and allergies started going away. Started waking up feeling better.
Yep.
I found out I was allergic to my cat when it broke one of my TV screens.
Yeah.
So I went outside. Nah.
Well, yeah, the reason he went outside was because he would pee on my wife's stuff. Anything, shoes, if she left clothes on the
He's all,
ground.
I'm letting Mitch know it's me or the wife.
What ended up, what was the final straw was she had left her purse on the floor and it was open, and he
no.
just squatted right in it.
And just looked around and what's up? Hey, and just let.
All right, you're
And
out.
you could swear cats could smile at that time.
Oh yeah. At that time, I'm like, wink if you hate me. And when he winked, I'm gonna, okay, all right.
I appreciate the honesty, cat.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
I'm going outside.
Yeah, he was outside for I don't know 6 or 7 years before he passed away. So it's not like he had a bad life or anything.
He just kind of realized, oh wait, outside it kind of sucks
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
We should probably stop doing that.
He never wanted to come back in though. The
Really?
first couple times, like he'd want in, but just make sure to throw him back out. But after that, he preferred being outside.
I had a rabbit back in Ventura when I was younger, and the coop was cool. He liked it, but I found I could fence off our backyard in these 2 little spots, and I could let him run around the entire backyard. He lived there for like a year and a half until those fires in Fillmore were really bad,
Ooh.
and he choked on some ash. I didn't even realize what was going on until I checked him out. That was the only rabbit I've ever seen out of a cage that could like rock around like a dog or a cat.
And
He
chill
hung
out.
around
Yeah.
with our beagle. What was he mixed with? What was Buddy? A mix of something and something else.
Beagle and lab or something. He looked like a teeny tiny Labrador. It was really cute.
Yeah, and they got along perfectly, like almost the same size. That was a big rabbit, and yeah, I miss having a pet like that. But now no backyard.
I got a chicken if anybody wants one.
Chicken?
We don't know how it got in the yard. I swear, hand to God. Woke up one day, we went to bed, everything's fine. I went outside. I usually walk around outside, I have a cigar, play with the dogs, and I just look and see how things going. Came back, went to bed, woke up next morning, and all of a sudden I hear clucking walking around, and I'm like, oh, it's one of the neighbors. And as soon as I open the back blinds, look outside, hen right there staring at me, and I'm like, it was a chicken. Okay. I closed it, and I'm like, no, this is not real. I'm like, I'm sleeping. Open it again. Chicken started moving a little bit and stopped and looked at me, and I'm like, nope, I got a damn chicken now. You guys want chicken?
Does it lay eggs at least?
Oh yeah, and the eggs are good.
There's only one. Yeah, I say there's only one way to deal with it: eat the eggs, wait for it to stop laying, and eat the chicken.
Touche, sorry.
My buddy,
they're saying, oh, we're not gonna have a turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm like, we're having chicken for Thanksgiving. Trust me.
my buddy's mom would
Pisses me
raise
off.
chickens, right? She'd do what he said, raise them for the eggs, and once the eggs are done laying, she'd sell them. People would buy them.
Yeah.
She was down to her last one for the season, and she's like, yeah, some lady's gonna come pick it up. Just give her the cage, no big deal. Try to pay for it. Okay, cool. Lady sure enough comes. My buddy's like, oh, the chicken's right here. Let me get the cage. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Well, how are you gonna take it home? Thinking to myself, she grabs the thing by the neck, and just breaks it over her knee, throws it in a plastic bag, on her way. I was like,
Beautiful.
well, that's one way to go and take care of it.
Beautiful. Oh man, I already hear stories of my grandfather. He used to get the chickens in the backyard, and 'cause my family, I grew up with animals nonstop, and my girlfriend did the same thing. Her family owned a cattle ranch, and my
cool.
family owned a pig farm and dairy. And it was hilarious because I hear stories of my grandfather going to the backyard. He'd feed some of the chickens, and he'd just stand there, he'd wave, and everyone's like, oh, look, Dad's feeding chickens. And he'd go get one, he'd grab it, pet it twice, grab his neck, and whack, snap it, swing in the air, snap it. And then when the kids look back, he put it right there. Oh, it's sleeping. I'm like, how morbid can you get? We're killing. The kids are like, oh, Dad just holding chicken, sleeping, everything's fine. And I hear a story of my grandfather, and I'm like, why? I come from a family of murderers. I love this. This is like a whole family of Dexter. This is awesome.
Anybody else excited for football season starting back up? Anybody?
I'm not.
Why, Mike? You guys gonna be real good this year.
No,
It's
we're
your year.
What team are you again?
I happen to be a fan of the Buccaneers, and
You guys got a good
Dude, number
quarterback?
one, undefeated, man. Undefeated.
no, we're not. Preseason didn't look too good for us, and we
right
traded
up
a couple
my
guys that we shouldn't have.
You got a good receiver in Mike Evans. You got a good quarterback, and Jameis Winston or whatever his name is.
You guys should. You know what? I hear Kaepernick still hasn't been hired. You guys should pick him up.
Yeah. Oh, let's add to the terrible. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, okay. You guys have a better chance than the Browns. Did you hear about a lot of fans at the Browns?
Oh God, yeah, they're pissed.
Well, no. Do you ever seen what they've already done during preseason? So preseason season, they went undefeated. They went 4-0, which is like, okay, cool. You got a 4-0 in the preseason. You be proud of yourself. But there are fans already printing T-shirts that say Browns undefeated 2017-2018 season.
No.
I'm like, swear. And I'm looking at going like, you do not show up this early, dude.
It's like that guy that got the Dallas Cowboys 2015 championship tattoo.
Well, actually, he went on again. They took the picture of it. There's a picture circulating around where he crossed out the 5 and he put an 8 right under it. Oh my! I don't think you understand, dude. It's not happening.
Just leave that part blank until
Until you win, then fill it in.
Cross it out and then put a question mark. Maybe 2018. I'd be a lot better. World champions, maybe.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
World champions in my book.
In my book.
Yeah.
Undefeated. In my
Participation
eyes.
champions.
Yeah.
This is one I always see. It's like, oh, you know why they have a star, right? Why? Because it's not their logo. It's a rating system. I was like, oh my god.
You been to the new Levi Stadium? It's
No,
nice.
one of my two of my coworkers went up there for training in Santa Clara, and so they were like maybe a mile. So went and checked it out.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It's nice.
It wasn't open yet.
It's really nice.
They just finished it, so.
Went to a game last year. They're playing the who the hell were they playing? Redskins.
Yeah, they
think it was the Redskins.
They played last year.
And it was really cool because our hotel was here, and then there was that that park, California Adventures or whatever it's called, right there. And then right on the other side of that, you can see the stadium. So it was really cool.
Wow.
Nice.
So I feel like if your stadium is sponsored by someone, they should have free stuff. Because like AT&T Ballpark for the Giants, they have free Wi-Fi and their service is like impeccable right there. I'm like, that's awesome.
It better be. Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like if you go to Levi Stadium, they'd be like, cool, what pant size are you?
I don't think he has that.
You want
There's a lot of
5'11"s?
jeans
Cool,
to
here you
give-
go. I'm
there's a
like,
lot of jeans to give away.
nice.
That would be awesome.
I mean, but then at the same time, you're kind of going, oh, MetLife Stadium, we're going to give you health insurance.
Health
Like, here you go, bro.
One day it can hurt.
One
as much as
day,
you want.
you break your arm, we're going to wrap it up right there and then, buddy.
Free,
I think that'd be...
free prostate exams
Free
for all these
prostate
45-year-old guys aren't taking care of themselves.
Okay, and cough. No? Okay. You sign this consent, sir? All right. Now let me grab. Oh, man.
That's a little rough there.
I think it'd be great. Like, oh, Chevrolet Stadium, everyone's getting a Chevy Cruze. I'm like, oh, cool, a terrible car.
But this isn't Oprah. She doesn't give everything away.
Can you imagine if it was Oprah Stadium? Like if Oprah had her own stadium?
Everybody look at your seats. You just got some.
You know what you guys are getting? What? Nothing. No one's getting anything. I don't got enough money.
I think she'd have enough money to start her own team.
Right?
I think she should.
That'd be hilarious and awesome. I would cheer for them.
The North
Not even
Dakota
a big-
Symphony.
Not even a big fan of Oprah all that much. I would totally cheer for that team.
Dude, definitely. The North Dakota Symphony.
No, she
Oprah's
just-
giant face on the
She
side
just
of
calls it the North Dakota Oprahs, and it's just her
the
face.
North Dakota Oprah's a giant on the side of the
O Magazine Stadium.
The OMAGs, there you go. The North Dakota OMAGs. Oh my god.
Man, this is getting really hot.
Real fast,
it's
right?
It's hurting now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like way at the end, and I'm like, man, I need like a nub tool or something crazy. Huh.
I am getting down there too.
Time is almost at an hour and a half.
Not bad. I'm glad I switched it to the full HD instead of 4K because we would have had a cut.
Halfway.
Yeah, we would have had a cut like 5 minutes ago.
So, any
Ow.
predictions on how your team's gonna do this year, record-wise?
Not at all, because I don't really follow anyone.
No.
So,
I think we're gonna win some games, and then lose quite a few other games. I really hope. I just want us to go to playoffs.
you would say the majority would be losses.
I'm gonna go like a 70-30 split, not in our favor. It's a rebuilding decade, all right? We just need the next.
What do you mean, Dick? You've been rebuilding since 2000.
Do you miss Tiki Barber already?
That's what me. I don't like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And well, we like to pick on him, but we do need his help.
We
It's
do.
it's 100% honest though. Like they're not lying about any of this. That's the problem.
Hey, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I can't say, oh yeah, we're gonna go with this year because I said that last year and I went, well, you win some, you lose some.
They'll make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I hope.
Their division isn't that tough this year. They'll make the playoffs.
I hope.
It's not gonna do them any good, but they'll make the playoffs.
Why, Frankie? Who's gonna win? Who's winning this year? Who's taking it all the way?
Well, I mean, the Patriots gonna squeak in, maybe get a wild card, maybe probably get a first round bye. I don't know. Home field advantage throughout.
I think I heard something
But,
online saying that the Patriots tour bus got their brake lines cut. It was amazing when they were on top of like a 75-foot bridge.
I do have this lead pipe, and it's got this little magnet towards Tom Brady knee.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
Oh man. I think that they're selling that on eBay for like $10. I think they're giving people when they go to the Gillette Stadium, they're just giving them away to people.
That's great. See, another giveaway.
It's perfect. Gillette's like, cool, we're gonna give you lead pipes and straight razors. Gillette, the best a man can get. Just make sure you don't nick necks.
Isn't there a Lowe's or Home Depot stadium of some sorts?
Yeah, I think they're giving away nail boards.
Nail board, yeah.
Boards with giant nails and bolts in them. Yeah, that's right. It's interesting. Yeah. I think there should be like a Winchester Stadium. They're giving out guns.
Winchester
free.
Stadium.
so
I'm not going to that game. No, I'm good.
It's a Glock Field.
welcome to HK Field, guys. The opposing team got here, and the opposing team has just left. Okay.
They haven't lost a home game in years. It's incredible.
It's like whenever the opposing team tries to get to the end zone, the fans just cheer them on with guns aimed directly at them. It's incredible.
How you doing?
Okay, it keeps going out, and it's hot, so I think I'm gonna cut it about right there.
I can try to take a couple more puffs, but
Same.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's hot.
It's really hot.
Way hot.
Like it's not so hot when you hold it, just holding it, but
very much.
As soon as you puff it, it's just oh my
I
god.
think we're getting the best time out of yours.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and cut it there because these two have dropped off. They've got about an hour and 26 minutes, almost an hour and a half out of those guys. Mike, how long was yours?
Mine was a 7.5.
I got a 4.
So just the different ring gauges, guys, was really making the difference on the length here. They got about the same amount of time. I'm still going. I still probably got another 20 minutes or so to go. So we'll go ahead and cut them off. Mike, any final thoughts
Everything
on
else
flavor?
is just
You know what? I would like to just point out again that bitterness I was getting in the beginning, that slight, came back a little towards
Just
the
enough
end.
that it's
Usually that
noticeable when
happens
you
though
barely
when
press
the
on it, yeah.
tobacco heats up. That's a little bitter, but it wasn't displeasing bitter, especially for someone who doesn't care for that flavor very much. I enjoyed it, especially with the wood and the very nice tobacco flavor I was getting. Again, strength, very mild. It was mild. It wasn't even close to medium, I would say. And the smoke output, the construction, as you can tell, it's holding on really well. If I was willing to roach pinch that a little bit, I could get a couple more puffs out, but I'm done. All in all, I'm going to have another one. I think you should have one too.
All right. Nick, any final thoughts on yours?
It's not a 10 out of 10, but it's not a 5 out of 5. A 5 out of 10. It's honestly, I give it maybe a 7.
Okay.
It's good. Consistent flavors all the way. Like me and Mitch said, it's a perfect backyard cigar. So cigar, it's an everyday cigar. If you just want to go out and do something real quick in the backyard and you got an extra hour to kill, light one up, go wash your car, smoking one. A lot of wood notes. Cream, I got a lot of cream once I started nubbing, cream hit really hard. Excuse me. And a lot of tobacco. And I could, just like Miguel said, it's the heat. The heat really got to it. It heated up really fast.
really fast.
Yeah, I mean,
About the halfway point, start getting hot.
yeah. But if you can get over that, it's a great cigar. If you're okay with the heat and burning your fingers a little bit, first degree burns, it's perfect. You can just smoke all day.
You've got 7 layers of skin or whatever. You know,
That's
you're
true,
good.
right?
You lose a couple.
Who needs the top 2 layers?
So I think what they were trying to do,
Dead skin.
make a budget-friendly cigar that gives you a few different flavor options, a few different size options, different ring gauge options. I think they totally hit the nail on the head with these. Great way to get introduced to cigars if you don't want something that's overly sweet or flavored like some of the other cigars that we've been doing for introductory cigars. So I think they really did a really outstanding job with these. Guys, any agree, disagree?
No, I
It's
definitely agree with
great.
that.
There we go.
It's a good introductory cigar.
There you go, guys. If this sounds like something you might want to try, stop into Cigars de More in Bakersfield, California, where they're having their sale on these. And try one out. They're still really new, so hopefully you guys will give them a chance. Maybe something to stock your humidor with if you're on a budget and you want just a few cigars to get in there, fill it up, make it look nice and full.
Oh yeah.
So for myself, my brother Miguel, our buddy Nick, Cigars de More in Bakersfield, California. Mitch joined us a little late, but that's all right. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one.
Watch your knee, Tom Brady.
I'm coming for you.